These easy homemade chocolate brownies are rich, moist, and fudgy, and they are one of the quickest and easiest desserts to whip up at home. It only takes a few minutes to bring it all together, and we need only one bowl to make this chocolatey chocolate brownie that totally satisfy your chocolate cravings. We can make delicious chocolate brownie if we have five ingredients in our hands: butter, sugar, eggs, a flour, and chocolate. So let's see how to make these wonderful chocolate brownies in five simple steps. The first step is to melt the chocolate and the butter. Break 150 grams of chocolates into small pieces and drop it into a heat-proof bowl. And now add 100 grams of butter into this. And let's melt it. Here I'm melting the chocolate and butter using a double boiler method. That is, we melt it with the help of heat from the steam. Stir it occasionally until fully melted and they are silky smooth in consistency, and then remove the bowl from the steam and allow it to cool down a bit for 5 minutes. Now let's chop another 50 grams of chocolates, which we'll add later into the batter. The next step is to add sugar into the bowl. In this recipe, we are adding 1 and 1/4 cup of sugar. You can add 100% regular granulated sugar if you like so, or you can adjust the proportion of the white sugar and brown sugar according to how chewy you want your brownies to be. Brown sugar can give a little caramel taste as well as it adds some moisture and chewiness to the brownies. I like to use a bit of brown sugar in my brownies. So here I'm adding 1 cup of regular granulated sugar and 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And the next step is to add the eggs. We are adding 3 eggs, 1 egg at a time. Stir and blend well between each addition. And then add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. And now it's time to add the dry ingredients, that is flour, cocoa powder, and salt. Sift in the dry ingredients into the batter and blend them together just until everything is well incorporated. We don't need to overmix the batter at this point as it can cause more tough and rubbery brownies. And now it's time to add the chocolate chips, or you can also add some roasted nuts, or you can leave it as it is. I like those bites of chocolate chips spread here and there in between the brownies. So I'm adding that 50 grams of chocolate chips into the batter. And pour in this batter into a prepared pan which I have lined with a parchment paper with a little overhanging on the sides which help us to pull it out easily when it is cooled. And then spread the top evenly around the tray and into the corners. So now let's bake it at 350 Fahrenheit preheated oven for 35 to 40 minutes. And you can check the doneness of the cake after 30 minutes. Unlike a standard cake, brownies should be a little gooey in the center. And while inserting a skewer to test the doneness, if you see running batter, return the brownies to the oven and check the doneness after 10 minutes. We want our skewer to come out with moist crumbs, and also the top of the brownies will be nice and a few cracks may appear here and there. And just keep an eye on the brownies. You may need slightly less or more time than the recipe states. Once they are removed from the oven, let it sit and cool down completely to room temperature in the same pan. And this cooling down process may take about 3 to 4 hours. The brownies will continue to set as it cool down as well as it develop a flavor. These brownies are soft, fudgy, gooey, and extremely chocolatey. I hope this video helped you, and I hope you will try this recipe, and I'm sure you will love it. And also, I'd like to hear from you. What type of brownies do you like? A cakey one or a fudgy one? Please write it in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching this video. And please don't forget to subscribe this channel for more recipes.